Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I want to talk about Jungle Trap. I haven't seen any reviews on YouTube yet for this movie. It just came out recently. It was put out by the American Genre Film Archive, who I really love. They've done things like Effects, Scary Movie, Scary Tales, The Zodiac Killer. They've put out a lot of really fun, low-budget, homegrown, shot-on-video movies, and this was their most recent. This was done by, his name is escaping me, I want to say it's James Bryan. I had the names backwards. James Bryan, who you may know from Don't Go in the Woods and Lady Street Fighter. Those are the kind of two most popular ones I would say that he's done. This was a movie that I believe, from reading online, he had started and I think gotten most of it done, if not all of it, but it didn't have music and I think was missing some little things. So they had hired a band to do some soundtrack work, and I think they edited the movie together and finished it for him and put it out. I know that Vinegar Syndrome sells this on their website as well, but I haven't really found it otherwise. And the AGFA website has it too, obviously. So this comes, just so you know, if you haven't ordered any AGFA movies prior, they don't do a ton of restoration. It's more of a preservation thing. So they're shot on video, they're not really cleaned up a lot, and they look kind of rough for the most part, most of their releases. Jungle Trap is transferred from the original 3/4 master tapes. It comes with a commentary track. It comes with a 11-minute making of, an outtake video, which is about 4 minutes, a film that James Bryan started filming about a horror convention murderer slasher that was scanned in 2K from the 35mm negative, but there's no audio to it, so it's a silent film. And then a bonus movie called Run Coyote Run from 1987. So we're mainly going to focus on Jungle Trap now that I've talked about the specs a little bit, but I do want to mention Run Coyote Run as well. So Jungle Trap is a movie with Renee Harmon, who you will know from Lady Street Fighter if you've seen that. She has a very thick, I guess it's German accent. She, I think, had married a military guy in Germany, and then they moved back to America, and she became an actress and a, she was a, oh God, why is it escaping me? She was a, she did acting classes, is I guess what I'm looking to say. And she was trying to get, from what James Bryan said, she was trying to get in movies, and she would pay to have like the movies made so that she would have film roles to her name and then could show people footage of herself to try and get other roles. She's not the best actress. She's all right. Her thick accent sort of takes away from the film sometimes, and her delivery can be kind of funny. There's an overall kind of cheesiness to her and to all the movies she's been in. Jungle Trap is about this group going on an expedition to the Mali jungle to find this idol, and people start getting killed. There's ghosts and like demons living in this hotel that they're at, and everything looks really, really silly. Like they're pretty much filming in the same section of someone's, I guess, backyard or jungle the whole time. There's not really a new scene. There's bits and pieces of archival footage of animals walking through the jungle or walking through the woods or whatever, and they're using that. So they'll do like little things, like even James Bryan was saying he used to like movies like that, so they'll be like standing in someone's backyard and they'll be like, wow, look over there, and then they'll show an archival footage of, you know, a tiger walking through the woods or something. So it's pretty silly, and all intents and purposes, it's a bad movie, but it's pretty fun. There is some violence, you know, like some silly, over-the-top, gratuitous violence where one of the characters gets their heads cut off and they find the dead body beheaded in like a bed. Some shooting and stabbings and stuff, but nothing crazy. There's the cool part is it almost, and I think they talk about this in some of the reviews, it almost has a tiny sprinkle of like The Shining thrown into it. So they go to this hotel that's supposed to be like a mansion, but it's definitely just like someone's house that they decorated, and it's like very worn. The walls are worn, the baseboard's all wrecked, and everything looks old. And it's supposed to be like this fancy place, but it's not. But it also isn't really supposed to exist because supposedly it had gotten attacked and taken over by the tribe that was there, the Mali tribe. And it's there though, and they're staying there, and then these ghosts are appearing, and like one of them is a bellhop, one of them is like running the hotel, and then the tribe starts to attack them. And then there's a couple twists in the movie with certain characters kind of being evil or being with the tribe and kind of trying to kill the participants or the people in the expedition, I should say. But everything is cheesy, over the top. The acting's bad. The scenery's funny. The characters, there's a love triangle thing going on where Renee Harmon's ex-husband is leading the expedition, but I guess she wants to go on the expedition, and he brings his new Asian, young, attractive girlfriend with them, and she starts to flip out on the expedition, the girlfriend, and can't handle, the ghosts and the violence and the tribe trying to attack them. So it's just an over-the-top, silly, shot-on-video, really low-budget, like, C-movie. If any of that sounds interesting to you, or if you like James Bryan or Renee Harmon's older work, it's probably one of my favorite James Bryan films. I do remember liking Doko in the Woods, and I did order it, but it hasn't arrived yet, so I'm going to probably touch upon that when it comes. But Jungle Trap was really bad and fun, low-budget, cheesy silliness. It's not for everyone. You have to know what you're getting into. If you like low-budget B-movies like Maniac Cop or Sleepaway Camp, that is miles and miles beyond what you're getting here. This is almost like home video footage in a way. So I enjoyed Jungle Trap. I will definitely revisit it because I think if you hang out and have a couple of drinks and watch this, you'll probably get some good chuckles. I think if you pay a little more attention and take in some of the dialogue and the scenery and the silliness of it all, it really brings to the movie. Just to briefly talk about, Run Coyote Run was I think it was an unfinished film that James Bryan also had, which is pretty much a lot of ladies, I keep wanting to say Sister Street Fighter, which is not this, Lady Street Fighter scenes with wraparounds, with Renee Harmon's character being Lady Street Fighter's sister, and she's her twin sister, and she's psychic, and she's trying to solve what happened to her sister during those movies, but it's not technically a sequel, but it sort of is. So Run Coyote Run wasn't very good. I much preferred Jungle Trap. I thought it was just encapsulated the goofy, cheesy B schlockiness, where Run Coyote Run, really you could tell was like 2 or 3 different movies that they mashed together scenes and then tried to kind of make sense of it. I don't usually like those. I thought the little interview, the little 11-minute interview with James Bryan called It Wasn't My Fault, the making of Jungle Trap, was pretty fun. I liked seeing him and them interviewing him. I think he used to do low-budget porno, so he briefly touches upon that and how he was trying to go into, I guess, normal movies. Overall, if you like D-grade trash, I would recommend Jungle Trap, but if you are looking for anything with substance, I would skip it. Even if you like Vinegar Syndrome movies, like Dark Tower, Cthulhu Mansion, any of the releases they've put out, The Undertaker, these are way miles, Penitentiary, they are miles past this again in terms of quality and the style of the movie. This is very, very low budget. But if you've seen AGFA and Bleeding Skull releases, you will know what you're getting into. Things like Wicked World and whatever else. So keep that in mind before you make a buy, but I did enjoy Jungle Trap. So I love these movies that they find that are like not released, that they finish, and sort of seems like finding a slight hidden treasure, if you will. No pun intended. Thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.